Texas, the lights are bright at stadiums all across the state, but hiding behind high school football and all its pageantry is a stark reality. Imagine hitting the field on an empty stomach. Here's Teresa Woodard with tonight's WFAA original.
So I'm going to do 2 pots with a gallon of water in each, okay? Okay.
A startling question drew them to this kitchen.
Can you feed some athletes? And I went, what? And she goes, well, they're hungry. And I'm like, what do you mean they're hungry, you know?
The answer, 9 pounds of pasta, 5 pounds of cheese.
God bless Velveeta.
7 whole chickens.
3 rotations, the can is open.
17 cans of tomatoes and soup, plus a little patience.
Watch pot never boils. So true. Stay busy.
And a lot of passion.
It's made with love.
Kim and Bob Soller founded Food for the Soul to focus primarily on feeding hungry kids in Tarrant County schools. But when a Dallas church asked them that question about feeding athletes,
Miss Kim, they don't eat before practice, after practice, before a game. And I just said, no, that's not gonna happen.
a new Friday night tradition kicked off. For 5 seasons now, they've rolled in on Fridays, setting out and serving up a buffet.
When we first came, I remember the boys saying, you bring us hope. Oh.
To the Bisons of Sunset High.
People are showing support to us. It's something you don't get that much where we come from. Thank you.
With just 3 wins in 3 years.
Thank you.
And with 96% of Sunset High students coming from families with low socioeconomic status.
We ask you to bless them for the nourishment of their bodies with this food that you've provided.
They used to struggle fielding a team.
Amen.
Imagine feeding one.
They don't know what they don't know. But me coming from the outside looking in, I go, damn it, how do we feed our kids? How do they have nourishment? How do they have energy?
After the Sollers stepped in,
The food is really good.
no Sunset football player goes without food.
It makes a really big difference because that way our players don't have to go out there hungry.
Or hope.
Yo, Sunset free. Amen.
Amen.
It gives me the energy, motivation, like to know that there's people out here that want to help the organization get better. It gives me something to work for.
All right, everybody got that. Let's have a great game.
Now they cheer with joy.
See people actually care about us shows us that we have to keep on pushing for each other.
And the team plays with pride.
Make a play, all right? Here we go. Big play on 3. 1, 2, 3. Big play. Here we need to be. We need to be.
Teresa Woodard, Channel 8 News.
Partnered with a church and started feeding DISD's Kimball High School this season as well. They'd like to grow more and they would like to include more sports, but they really do need some help in the form of donations and volunteers. That's a great story.
Sure is.
On a Friday night, nice to see. We all love football, and it's nice to see that football players are getting onto the field ready to go and with full stomach.
No doubt, no doubt.